There's the brick or bracker or whatever, bramble. So I'm covered in pine needles, chopping down trees. Got two nice long pieces there, which should be enough. When I was in the forest, actually, God, my gloves smell like pine. When I was in the forest, I found a lot of deadfall as well. A lot of down branches that would easily snap within there a while. They don't burn very long, but they burn okay. It'll be alright to substitute the fire I get going, so yeah, should be okay. Maybe an hour long fire anyway. Ew. I'm tired. I'm pooped. Well, some of the wood processed. And then there's a pile over here. I would ideally like 3 times this amount. This is punk wood, it's not great. The reason I separate it is because these are extremely resinous. Let me show you. There's an awful lot of resin in those ones, so they smell good too. So they're going to burn for a long time. Well, I mean, 3 times longer than them, but still not very long. This is an hour fire. If I put these pieces on strategically at the right time, I could possibly get an hour and a half out of it, I think. Maybe even more. There's a lot of yeah, don't put your phone on the ground when you're sawing because it'll just get covered in sawdust. It's a bad idea. You don't want to do it. Yeah, probably when I was in the forest there, I didn't go too far in, found those two. I actually thought that one could feel the sap off, and now it wasn't as dead. Well, it was dying, I think, but definitely. Yeah, I shouldn't have cut that one down. It was probably, I feel guilty cutting down trees that could probably survive, you know. It is a very dense forest and it's a very thin tree considering it's surrounded by big ones. But that could just mean that it was young, you know. Yeah, don't saw on top of your smartphone battery. So yeah, but when I was in there, I saw a lot of like down deadfall, as we call them, thumb tick. They actually thicker than thumb, depending on the person's thumb. And we call them wrist tick. Well, I mean, my wrists are thicker than those. So yeah, I'll go back in and collect all that stuff manually and bring it back out. It'll just help. I could possibly get a 2-hour fire here, which wouldn't be bad. That'll be okay. I hope that happens. But we shall see. Anyway, time for a tipple. And that's a helper. That's a helper. So it's not a great tally, but it's a good tally. I could do a lot better if I had the time. And now it's not so much the time; it's the energy. I just feel wrecked, you know. I can't. And like normally, I would cut stuff I would saw stuff that's 3-4 times fatter than that, and then chop them with a log, or chop them with a axe to make them into half-quarter logs. That's the best wood. It burns the best. It burns for longer. It's the best way to go. But you need time to prepare for it. Ninja flies are everywhere. Get away from the guy. Yeah, you need time for that. And not just time. You need to be, you know, well rested and so on. I kind of timed everything wrong in a lot of ways. I mean, I didn't. It was going fine. But then I had to make this emergency trip kind of thing. So to go back up and out, and that took an hour. Like I got here and I went for a swim and I scouted the area. I wasted 2 hours. And I wasted another hour. You know, it's not like I got here too late or anything. It was actually fine. It's how the day turns out sometimes, and there's really no accounting for it. So, yeah, because the wind, I'm in a pine forest and pine is everywhere. Put the lid on. Don't normally put the lid on, but I'm doing it now. Midget flies went away for quite a while, but now they're back. I don't know why that is. Maybe like one last hurrah before they bed down for the night. Or it could be because I was walking to the forest and disturbing the branches they were sleeping on. That could be the reason. That probably is the reason. But yeah, they're back out and makes no odds at this stage. I know I'm going to get devoured tonight. They're going to eat me alive. Because I forgot the inner mesh of my tent. And even if you do, actually, lots of them still get in. I think those things might be smaller than your mesh, like a lot of the time, depending on the quality of the tent. My tent is Coleman. It's a Coleman. I bought it. Oh God! I bought that before the lockdown. 6 years ago. I bought that tent. Had it for a long time. It's got one big massive rip in it. I looked into buying the ceiling tape and all that, which you can't buy and you can't fix up, and I should do to have it as a spare. But really, like I've been saying for a long time, I need a new tent and I need a new camera. So which one to get for? I think I'll get the tent first actually. I think I'll buy a new tent first. And then I'll buy a new camera. And I actually probably won't, because this camera, the one I'm using here, I bought that second hand. I bought it on that is a it's an Nikon. What's it? A600. A600 has it written out there somewhere. Yeah, A600. Yeah. 35 by 34K. Yeah. I bought that second hand on adverts for probably about 40% of what it would have cost new. Of course, it was manufactured in 2016, so it's an old enough camera. Like, but it's been through the wars. It's been amazing. It's been an amazing camera. So I'm okay with that now. You know, I might go to. Ooh, pine needles coming out of my hair. Crap loads of pine needles coming out of my hair. Yeah, they're all in there. Yeah. I need a hairbrush. But yeah, so I'll probably buy another second-hand camera. I don't think I'll splash out on the proper, because what gets me is it's not about the money, it's about how easily you can break them out here and do damage, and then, you know, it's €1,500 down the drain. I mean, when you get that same camera half that price, $750, $800, which is still a big loss if you happen to wreck the camera, but it's not half as bad, you know. So I think I will go for another second-hand camera, because this one's done me so well. I bought that one in 2020 during lockdown. So that's 5 years ago. It lasted a long time. It's pretty good. I bought it for 600 quid. I'm not sure what it would be brand new. I think double that anyway when it first came out. They were 4 or 5 years old at the time anyway. So yeah, I'll probably do that. I'll probably get another second-hand camera. Check it out. I know more about them now than I used to. So check them out. Make sure they're decent and buy a decent second-hand camera. I know the ones I want. I can't think of the model it makes right now. I don't really know this stuff. I have them bookmarked at home on my PC. There's some decent cameras. I actually have a camcorder too, and I like the idea of a camcorder, but they're heavier. This one's heavier. It's a Sony, I can't remember, but it has night vision. It has really cool night vision. You turn it on, everything lights, which is awesome. You can see where the animals are, you know, if they're coming to it. You can't see anything in the dark here. You just see an array of light around you and nothing else. So that could be cool. So I might get one of them maybe. Might get a camcorder instead of an actual DSLR. But yeah, but first and foremost, new tent. Need a new tent. Gotta get. As you can see, this tent over here. See the big rip right there? See that? Down the bottom there. Can you see it? Right there. There. That's a rip. That's a big rip. That was my axe. I was on the inside hammering in a little stake into both the ground sheets, trying to get the ground sheets down. That's what I was doing at the time, trying to get the ground sheets down. The axe is so sharp, the material is so thin, I just know it is ripstop. So it did stop. You can see it's, you know, it's trying to stop the rip from happening. And I will tape that too. I'll buy the tape and tape that, and that'll be a secondary backup tent for somebody else, or even like my friends came with me. They're not campers, my good friends are not campers. They'll come out in the summertime with me, which you've seen before. They'll do that, but they're not active campers like I am. And guys I know who are, I rarely get to see, including my brother. One of my brothers is a major camper, but he lives on the other side of the country, so I don't see him very often. So I'll probably just, you know, but anyway, if that was to happen, I'd let them have the new good tent. They could stay in that and I'd sleep in this one, you know. I can do that. That'd be cool. Which is what I might do. Definitely. I think new tent first. Get a new tent first. Have my eye on a good one. It's on Amazon. Is it Coleman again? No. It has nature. Closs Nature? No, not Closs Nature. I keep thinking Cloud Nature. I don't know. Yeah, but it looks decent. It's actually a hot tent that has the stuff where you can put the stove trap. And basically it's one person, but if you don't bring the inner mesh and you don't bring the hot tent stove, which I don't have, you fit 3 people easily. And I think you can stand up in this. I think it's, I'm 5'10". I think it is 5'10". So you can basically stand up right in the middle of it. So I might get that one, you know, if I can. And oh god, so many pine needles. Yeah, they're attacking me. But that's definitely the next purchase for me camping wise is going to be a new tent, because I need one. Then again, I was looking at ones, you know, like a pole tent, you know, where you pole, because I don't use them. I always let me on a tripod or do a ridgeline, which I love. You think about it, like I've always said this, pyramid tents, triangle tents are the driest of all in a heavy rain. Whereas the dome tents will catch a lot of water, and I don't like that. But I might get it, you know, I could fix this one up and use that for the rainy weather, which I'm not doing too many of anymore. That's not intentional, I wish I was. Just couldn't get out too much in the bad weather this year. I mean, everybody else calls it bad weather. I love it. You know why? No insects, no people. That's why I love camping in bad weather. Oh, that's a strong breeze. That's a strong breeze, lad. So yeah, I'm going to tape that one up and maybe... And then I have my eye on another little dome tenty one as well. It packs down pretty small. You take the poles out separately and it falls down to nothing, like, so I might go one of them. Or if I wanted to go for a cheaper version, I'd probably get both. You know, get both those tents at the same time. I do have 3 tents. But you've seen one in the video with my friends before, the big one. That's a 4-man tent. It's huge. It's actually it's fits 6 people in it. It's gigantic. This was bought back in 2007, 2008, and the sizes were different back then. Like they said, it was a 3-person tent, but 3-person were big fat. You know, or I said it was a 4-person tent. Sorry, but unless you're gigantic, it's. I think that's what they do though. I think they add the average size and then they add a little bit more size more to that, you know. And they say, alright, this is a 4-person tent, but I'm sure you'd fit 5 people across and then 1 at the end. I think you'd fit 6 people in that, you know. You saw it in one of the videos a couple of years ago, about 2 years ago I think it was. Probably this time, I think it was June 22 actually, I think it was 3 years ago. That particular video when I was in the forest with 2 of my friends. That one was set up it's the white and blue one. And then the other tent is a 3-man tent that I bought going to a festival a couple of years ago. And I have no idea where it is, because I moved house recently and I think it's still in my brother's storage shed. Probably it is. So I haven't seen that, but it is around, it's knocking around somewhere. That one is a dome tent and I don't like them. I think it's a 3-man dome tent. But again, you'd fit 4, you know, or squeeze. And yeah, it has a vestibule and stuff on it as well, but I haven't seen that in a while. I don't know where it is. So, but I don't use them anyway. I never use them. They're for other people. If other people don't have a tent and they want to come along. I actually loaned that tent to a guy I work with. He's a South African guy, Wayne, South African guy, and he went on a fishing trip last year. And I loaned it to him to go with it, you know. And he gave it back to me, and it rained and he never tried it out, you know. So when I moved house last year, that was 2 years ago I loaned it to him. And last year I opened it. You should see this thing. Not the fly sheet. It's covered in this. It's mold, but the mold is dead. The mold has, you know, calcified. It's petrified. That's what it looks like. It looks like fossilized mold. That's what it looks like. It's crazy. So that tent's pretty much wrecked. I don't think I can use that anymore. But yeah. Anyway, the dome tents are crap. They just hold water. I don't like them. They're for summer festivals and that's what they're for. Not proper camping tent at all. So I might get the Coleman one I was looking for, or is it a Clost Nature Hike, or I don't know, I can't remember. But it's a good one. They have one in black and they have one in army green. And I would always choose army green, but I never thought there was a black one before. It's the first time I ever seen a black tent and I was like, ooh, that looks good. So I have a bookmark at home. I think I have a bookmark here, but I can't show you because I have no internet, I have no signal. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to knock off right now. And probably when I check back in, it'll be Firetown. Hope you guys are having a good Saturday night, whatever it is y'all is up to. And I'm starting to feel this drink over here. Interesting. I like the sound of the river. Alright, check in later. Can you see me? I don't believe you can. How about now? Dark. It's not actually full dark, and like I said, it won't be full dark tonight. Full dark won't happen. Midget flies are still here. I heard something, probably a fox. Midget flies are still here. They're everywhere. They're not out flying, but they're on me. Well, actually, there are a few flying. You see them there. Well, that was one anyway. So, but it's gotten to the stage where, you know, like anything, when you just don't stop. You're like, come on, buddy, I want you all dead now. You know, give it up. Give up the goose. Stop trying to hurt me. And they're all in my hair. I think lots of them were in my hair, and then they crawled out and started biting your face. So, yeah, there's still a good few around. Because it's just not going to get dark. It's actually the worst night of the year for them, you know, because it's not going to get dark tonight. So, that sucks. Yeah, there's a lot of them around still. But I'm going to start the fire, and then they will disappear. Yeah, it's fire time, I think. I think so. Cheers. Cheers, Charles. Got my headlamp too. And of course, having these lights on will attract the... Do they go towards the light actually? No, they don't. They just ignore it. Obviously the moths do, but yeah, well, they just fly by. They don't really seem to care. Oop, that was like 2 or 3 in a row. And then they're gone. Yeah, they're just everywhere. It's gotten to that stage where you're like, they're just nagging at you and you're like, ah, come on, dissipate, you know? Feck off. Just go, man, just go. Wow, that's just my eyebrows. No, it's just the light. Look at my eyebrows and I'm like, oh, this is a shadow. It's crazy. I look evil. That's crazy. I expect that. Trick of the lights. But yeah, they're still out. The yellow flies. There's no getting past them. So we'll start the fire now. It'll get as close to dark as it's about to get. So it must be, I don't know what time it is actually. Let's find out. It is 22:11. 22:11, and it's still not dark yet. I might look that way to you guys here, but I don't know if I can show you the sky. This camera lens ain't great for the low light, but I don't know if you can see the sky over there. Like it's not full dark yet at all, and it won't be for like another hour basically. Yeah, you can see the sky there. That'll look better. It doesn't look so good on my screen, but that was look better when I rendered the footage. So, yeah, it's not, doesn't look good. Like if I go like this, you know, that's not great. You can't, yeah, it looks very dark. And it'll still look better on when I render the footage, but yeah, we'll do this so you can actually see who's talking to you. Not that you don't know who's talking to you, but it's still better to see it. I put this down actually, I'll let you. It's not great. Look at me now. Oh. I wish I had a little log or something to put that on. If only I could find a log somewhere. I'll put it on the bottle. I wonder if I can balance the bottle. I'll put it on the bottle so I don't have to hold it the whole time. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Bottle goes there. Light goes. Stop. No, it's not much better anyway, so yeah, screw that plan. That was a bad plan. I came up with a bad plan. I'll put it there maybe. Yeah. Now the money moths are coming. Here comes the moths. But yeah, these little efforts are still around. Nowhere near as many of them, but they're still around, unfortunately. And I wish they weren't. I wish they would leave me alone. I want them to just leave me alone. That's a funky beard. Groovy, man, groovy. So yeah, fire time. Let's do it. Do it. I gotta find my fire kit buried in the bag somewhere, so I'm gonna find that. Start the fire. We didn't start the fire, 'cause I do. Yep, that's good. Okay, fire time. Dark enough. Might as well do it. Get rid of these damn flies, man. Lights out. I wonder if you can still see me on camera. I don't know if you can. Well, I'm still here. I'm here. I'm right here. Alright. Fire time now. Alright, we got fire. Fire and the tipple. Bit of a snag. There's not much smoke coming off the wood because the wood is so dry. You know, you think an experienced camper like myself would have known that, but I forgot. Come on, Firesy. Me and fire at the same time. We'll go up and over. Get your angles right. Get your angles right. Yeah, that's my drink in my shoulder here. So yeah, we got fire. And not a lot of smoke, unfortunately. But, you know, we'll do. We'll see how long it lasts. I'm sure I'll go gather some more dead wood and stuff later on in the night. Look at that beard, man. Whoa. There we go. I'm gonna grow it down to my knees. You heard me. Anyway, there's fire. As always, apologies for the dodgy camera. Can you see more if I put the light out? Yeah, I suppose you can. Just a normal torch hanging overhead, actually. Right on the lens. That's a fire in the fire pit. It's doing okay. It's going to be like that the whole night. It won't be a rager. It'll never be a rager. Don't have the wood. Remember this. Actually, I should get a resin log on right now. And the 10 resin logs to keep it hot. We're going to go with this one. That's a resin log. That's going to burn real good. Alright. I'll reposition this here a little bit. Crisscross applesauce. Always remember, that's the way to do it. Yeah. I'm getting some colds. Should be okay. The flies don't know what to do with themselves. They're buggering off a little bit. Still, it ain't dark yet, you know. Not dark. The sky. Looks nice actually. It's very pretty. What time is it? Check the time. It is 22:54. Liverpool champions. Yeah, 22:54. Yeah, I actually feel a lot more energetic and stuff now. So I'm kind of thinking, like, if the adjust this back. There we go. Yeah, I feel more energetic and stuff now. So maybe later I will go get more wood, possibly. Because once the fire, oh, it's starting to smoke now, which is pretty cool. Lots of smoke coming out. Okay. Well, it was there for a second. That's that resin burning. Good resin. Good resin. We like you, resin. Forest friend. Forest friend. So hopefully that can work. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, that's actually pretty good. That's on the stand, the triangle of the tripod. It's just sitting there. If I touch it, it'll fall. Yeah. Starting to crackle a little bit. That's that resin. That's pretty cool. So yeah, I feel after resting and having a couple of drinks and so on, 2 drinks. It's like, no fly? Nope. Fire's gonna go. They're gonna leave my area. That's pretty cool. Yeah, just feel better now. So put the headlamp on. Go back just inside the forest there. There's another couple of dead trees I can cut down and process as well if I need to. And I can possibly turn this into a 3-hour fire, which would be perfect. Right now it's probably an hour and a half, maybe. Now, ideally I'd love a 5-hour fire. So, in winter I have an 8-hour fire. You go at it like crazy, but you kind of psych yourself up for that. It wasn't supposed to be that way. Psychologically, I wasn't prepared for that, and all this other stuff that happened that kind of sent it sideways. Well, salvageable now. The energy, the food that I had earlier is kicking in too, so I feel better about it. My back doesn't hurt so much because I was sitting back in this chair. I love this chair, great chair, Bought so many of these over the years. This one I got in Aldi for €15, plus it has a ground sheet. It's just amazing. Sometimes Aldi does that, just gives you these incredible deals. Yeah, they're really nice. Alright, I'm going to sign off and go and watch the fire for a while. This is you watching the fire for a while. Dark light. Yeah. Fire's kicking. I get some more firewood on there. Now if I wanted to keep it at that measure, I could do. I'd definitely get an hour and a half out of it. But I always like it to be big at one stage in the night, to just actually inflame. So yeah, I'm gonna go cut some more wood. Alright.
Well, it's morning, but it's raining. The good weather is gone, and it's really, really rainy now. There's nothing to be done about that, of course. It's just raining. I wish it wasn't raining. I wish it was, another dry, hot, nice day, but anyway. I could go for a little swim, maybe. Well, that ain't to be. It's just a rainy morning. I want to go down and show you that pool and stuff again, But that ain't gonna happen. Oh well. Looks like I'll be packing up and leaving in the rain. It won't be like a real pack-up job. It'll be like, I'll just stuff everything into the bag and run. That's basically what I'll do. My old friend the fox was out last night. He was circling the area. He was like, this side, and then he was that side, and he was all around the place. Mr. Fox, everywhere, squealing at me. Absolutely screaming his head off, he was. The little crazy motherfucker. He was a crazy fox, stupid like a fox. It's gonna be Coca-Cola and a ham and cheese sandwich for breakfast. Breakfast of champions, my guys. Breakfast of champions. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pee. I'm gonna go outside and pee. You just gotta pee. And when you gotta pee, you gotta pee. You don't wanna put that off. Alright, see you in a bit. I'm all sideways here, but I have to say, it's kind of nice sitting here listening to the rain fall on the tent. Probably mostly what you can hear is the river, but it is nice. What time is it? My phone, it's over here. It is 9:58. It's 9:58. So, yeah. 5:58. My phone is on 51%. So it's 10 o'clock. So I'm not getting picked up for 3 more hours. So that gives me plenty of time. I could actually go back to sleep if I want, but I don't think I will. What the hell was that? It's my wallet. It's my wallet. I never took it out of my pocket. My wallet's still in my pocket. Some keys. It's my house keys. Yeah, it's nice. Sit here, listen to the rain falling. Packing up is not going to be fun though. When you pack up on a nice day, you pull the tent off first, and then you have everything. You pack it all in. But I can't do that now because it'll all get wet. So I have to just zip up the tent. Take everything out individually, stuff it in the bag, otherwise it'll all get wet. Bag's outside. I never left it outside before, but it's such a remote spot. I left it outside last night, so I'll yeah. Still packing up won't take long, like 15-20 minutes. Throw it all into the bag and battle my way through that forest. Now that it's rained, I think it's going to be a bit of a sloppy, swampy area. Dang. For once, the weather forecast was accurate. Said yesterday was a hot, nice day, and it was the last of the good weather we've had all week. And that it was going to rain on Sunday. And today is Sunday. Sunday the 22nd of June. And it will be my mama's birthday in 6 days. She was born on the 28th of June, so Saturday. Next Saturday will be my mom's birthday, if she was alive. She died many, many years ago, when I was a kid. We never do anything. We never celebrate her birthday. Just text everybody saying, happy birthday to Mom. Yep, 22nd of June, Sunday. Back to the world. Gotta go back to the world. I don't like it. I just want to live out here. Alright. Goodbye and good luck. Maybe I'll do another little bonus footage afterwards where it's just like, here's the campground, goodbye. You know, I dug the fire pit out and I can put the thing I dug out. Ooh, spider. I can put it back, but I don't want to. I'm going to leave it there. Leave the slab thing, the bit of soil that I removed. Leave that to the side. I leave the fire pit as it is because if anyone does wander by, I want them to know somebody was here. So I'm going to do that instead. Yeah. Bye. And if you're watching, thanks for watching. If you're not watching, I hope you have a good night or good day. Whatever it is you're doing. I have to shave. It's ridiculously long. Alright, goodbye.
All my bags are packed, I'm ready to go. I'm standing here outside of your door. Yeah, I gotta take down the ridge line, look. Forgot about my ridge line. Gotta take down my ridge line, baby. Yeah, so better or worse. It was great. Right, yeah, great spot. Flip that screen. It's a great spot. A lot of insects, a lot of flies, a lot of spiders. I got bitten. I got eaten alive, man. Got eaten alive. But it was a great spot, and I'll definitely come back here in the autumn or winter. Not when there's so many insects around. I reckon it'd be even better then. These are evergreen, so you know they're still green in the winter. My arm is killing me just holding this up. I slept awkward. Show you the river. Bye, little river. We like you. Yeah, the river's cool. And that pool down there is amazing. Oh, you'll see it on the video. You would have seen it actually by the time you're watching this. You've already seen it, so yeah. Yeah. Anyway, I'm packed up. I'm ready to go. I'm an hour early from when I'm getting picked up. So yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you on the next one. What I'm trying to do is I'm scoping all these remote places because I want to build stuff. I want to actually build a little hut, maybe even a cabin and so on. This is a great area. I think that spot right there, that flat land right there, that could be great. Like I'm in a valley here. There's mountains up over there, and there's mountains up over on this side, but you can't see them because the trees are in the way. That's why I have no signal on my phone and so on. Yeah, but that's what I'm looking to do. I'm scoping out these areas, and I'm hoping I can get to building a little hut and stuff soon, and make a little semi-permanent camp, if that makes sense. I hope that happens. I'm also looking to buy land. I hope that happens too. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you later.